I hope you folks are doing well. This is Papaw Bill. I'm going to show you some stuff today. This is going to be old hat to most of you, but this is how me and my granddaughter do our seeds. And as you can see right there, that little greenhouse, I got two of them. But that's all you need. You don't need a really big greenhouse to get things going, but this is what we've used. I've used these for the last probably 8 years, actually, and they have done really well with us. But I'm going to walk you through. I'm not going to show you step by step, but I'm going to show you what I've got going on here. Today, as you can see, I've got 5 different types of cucumbers that I'm going to be seeding, and I've got 2 squash, the dark and the straight neck, and of course I got all my labels out there ready to go. There's my seed trays, the things that I use, and these I've just accumulated over the years. I just keep reusing them. There's no need for me to go back and try to get something that's more pricey or anything like that. These work well, so I'm just going to stick with this. And as you can see right here, this will be the soil that I use. I've got the black cow, I've got a good potting soil, and I've already got the peat moss in the wheelbarrow. And again, I learned that from Hollis over in Hollis and Nancy. You need to go check them out. But I use that for these seeds as well. And it's just a third and third and a third, and it's really easy mix. But I'm going to lay these down, this camera down here, and I'm going to give this a shot to see if I can show you what I'm doing here. Okay, well, I'm going to walk over here to the wheelbarrow, and I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is old hat. You've seen people mix up dirt and that kind of stuff, so I don't want to bore you with it. So I'm going to get this done, and then just go through what I do here on this little homestead. So just hang with me, and we'll see if we can get this thing done. All I'm doing is breaking up the big pieces in the manure. I've already done that in the peat moss, and the potting soil typically doesn't have any clumps in it. But if it does, we'll find them and we'll break them up. Now, I just use my hands, always have, and again, it just seems to work well. Yep, there you go. I'm going to add a little bit more potting soil into that. It's not rocket science, folks, I promise you. I wouldn't be able to do it, so it's just a matter of making sure you got a good soil that you can get those seeds to come up, to germinate. And there you go. Alright, so next up, I'm just going to fill these up. Like that right there. just going to shake these down over here. I'll be right back with you. All right. There you go. See if you can see that right there. All right, see that? See how, there you go. So that they're all full. Now look, this is all I'm going to do. I'm going to take 2 fingers like that right there. You got 4. There's 4 in a pack right there. Now all I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 fingers and I'm just going to lightly push those 2 fingers 2 at a time in each of those cells. Nothing real deep, because I'm going to cover it again, sprinkle some more of that soil on top. But I just want just enough indention to put those seeds. Like that. See if you can see that. That right there. Let me see if I can hold that. But you can see right there. See? I'm going here, here, like this, all the way around. Okay? So there's nothing to that. Now, just so you can see, I'm going to level this off. And all I'm going to do from here, I've got, like I said, I got 5 different kinds of cucumbers. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to do, let's see, I got the white cucumbers, which we love. The Market More 76, the lemon cucumbers. I don't know if you've ever tried that, but it's a round cucumber and it looks like a lemon. It actually looks like a striped lemon, but boy, they are good. And then we got the Space Master 80 bush bean, and then the Poinsett 76 cucumber as well. All right, now I'm probably going. We'll just keep this in order. How's that? All right, white cucumbers. Again, ain't a whole lot to this. I'm gonna bring these over here so you can see them. See that right there? Those cucumber seeds? They ain't real big, but that's what I do. We'll just put a couple of those in each cell. And we will start with those white cucumbers. Like that. Okay? Alright. Just so I can keep my order. And then I got the Market More next. And these Market Mores are a little bit smaller. Like I said, I'm just putting about two seeds in each hole. That's all you need. You may be asking, why am I planting so many cucumbers? Well, we love cucumbers. And not only that, I know a bunch of people loves them too. So we're just going to plant more than we need, because I know there's people out there, especially some widow ladies and stuff like that at church house. They don't have a whole lot. It's unfortunate. There's a lot of women folks out there who don't have no kids that they need to take care of. So we sure do try our best to help them out as we can. Not only that, I have learned all these years over here in this house that my garden is a wonderful wonderful talking piece. Get folks to know about the Lord. I use it because I will display our vegetables out here on the road. Folks will come by and talk about the vegetables and how good they look, and won't know how much I charge for them, and I don't charge. I just say grab your bag and get your bag filled up, and try to introduce myself the best I can, and me and my granddaughter, tell them what we're doing. And then if they want to, I'll take them out there behind the house to the garden and show them. And then if they don't know anything about growing, then I'll use that opportunity to help them with that also. Well, there you go. That didn't take long. All right, so now all I'm going to do, I'm going to get my little markers. Okay, I got the market more. We're going to set them right there. All we're doing is just matching it up. That's it. For these rows like this, we got 2 in a row here. Okay, Space Master. All right, well, there you go. Let me show you. Let's see if y'all can see that. All right, like that right there. Y'all see that? There you go. All right. Now, all I'm going to do, I'm just going to sprinkle some more of that potting soil mixture on top, okay? And then I'm just going to very lightly do that right there, just smooth it out. Maybe give a little pat, like that. See? Nothing to it. I tell you folks, it ain't brain science, or rocket science I should say. But if it required much of brain, I sure wouldn't be able to do it. Alright. Now, all I'm going to do, now look, it's going to be raining tomorrow. That's why I'm doing this evening before the sun goes down. But I'm going to go ahead and get a little, I ain't going to water it much. You see, because tomorrow, when the rain slows down a bit, I'm going to set these dudes out there in the rain, right here, on the concrete. And I'll get it wet again. And I was looking at the temperature. Now I'm going to set this in this little greenhouse. See that? Y'all see that right there? So that will go in there. And now, we'll put these up because, see, this is only first planting. I'm going to progressively paint some more, or plant some more. Now, we got this next tray. I've got 2 gardens, like I said. 2 big gardens. Both of them's right at, well, let's see, one of them's 1/3 of an acre, another one's 1/2 an acre. So this was pretty big. Now right here, now squash, I got 2 different squash. Some folks call it zucchini, it's still squash. It's green. And look at these seeds, I'm going to show you how big they are. Can you see that? Let me get that out there. Now them's pretty big. I dropped one. Look at that. Now them's pretty big. Now the other squash is about the same size. Alright, now I'm going to put, let's see. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 10 4-packs. Now you're going to say that's a lot. Well, it is a lot. Like I said, we know a lot of folks that need some stuff. So what I will do, we'll go 5, nope. I'm going to go 6 4-packs, or 4 packs of the zucchini squash. And I'm putting 2 seeds per. I probably shouldn't put that many, but that's what I've always done. It just seems to be okay. Like that right there. Again, it ain't nothing to this. I don't know why more people just don't do it. And you don't have to have a whole lot of room, as you'll see. If you'll follow along with us as we go, you'll see you don't need a lot of room. My granddaughter, I built her let's see, that was a 4x5. That's because that's the wood I had. It was a 4x5 box raised bed, and I put it down there on the corner of the garden. And we growed her some those lemon cucumbers, and just in that. Now, in one season, we pulled out of there seven 5-gallon buckets full of cucumbers. Now, there was only 6 plants in there, in a 4x5. Now, I trellised it, and they came on up. But boy, I tell you, they was coming out of everything. And we sure love those kind of cucumbers. And then I was able to actually show some other folks, because they had never heard of no lemon cucumber. But they sure are good. I tell you what, you keep some of them on your table like Mamaw did. You remember? Now, the old Mamaw's house, she always had something on the stove, ready to eat, already cooked. And she always seemed to have some kind of vegetables, especially cucumbers in the season. But she'd always have cucumbers and onions on the table in a bowl of vinegar. Boy, I tell you what, on a hot day, you get you a cold glass of water, some sweet tea, and a big old jar with some ice, and you sit down and eat you some cucumbers and some onions and vinegar, and I tell you what, you just be fit, be tied, because that was some good eating. Plus, if you had some maters, and your mater sandwich goes on with that, that's always good. I'm looking forward to that. I always look forward to the tomatoes. That's my granddaughter's favorite vegetable, and she's always loved tomatoes, even still. She's 7 now, and I think I gave her her first tomato. She was probably 6 months old, and I let her bite a little tomato, and she loved it. All right. So we got the 2 and the 2 here, and that's going to go with the zucchini. We'll stick that right there, and I'm going to stick this one here, right beside of it, so we got that separation, okay? Now, it ain't going to take long for these to germinate. Now, we typically, I count on 5 days. That's about what I count on. But you know what? Sometimes the Lord brings it up in 3 days, like he did. He come up in 3 days. And sometimes these vegetables will come up in 3 days. But we'll see, because it's supposed to get down a little bit cold in the evening on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week. Now, we live outside of Knoxville, East Tennessee, and so you got to plan on them frosts. Well, there you go, folks. We got 2 trays, 40 plants. We're expecting 40 plants coming out of here. We got 5 kinds of cucumbers, and we got 2 kinds of squash. And that didn't take long. I didn't look on the time, but it didn't take long at all. And all I'm going to do is zip that up like that. Sun come up the next day, whatever. It's supposed to rain, so it ain't going to come up too much more. But anyway, when it does come up, you see, you can't see it, but these little greenhouses get hot. They really do. And that condensation stays in there. It's got to have heat. It's got to have some warmth. It's got to have some wet and good soil. So there you go. Cucumbers and squash. As you can see, I've already got 5 trays. I got a tray of romaine lettuce on the bottom. I got 2 trays of celebrity seeded in there. They've all come up. I got another tray of lettuce and some spinach down there that's also come up. And we're just letting them stay in there until we get rid of this cold weather. So there you go, folks. Again, that mixture on that, I use black cow manure this time around, and that's usually what I use, probably 90% of the time anyway. And then, unless I got a lot of rabbit manure, and I'll break that up and use it. And then I use Lambert potting soil. I can't remember the name of the peat moss, but you just get you some peat moss. It's a third, and third, just like Hollis does up there on his homestead. Again, y'all need to go check him out. And I'm going to give a shout out to a lot of these homesteads out there that's helped me. Appalachian Homestead's one, Cog Hill Farms another. Anyway, I'll just be mentioning them as I go along. And folks, I want you to take a look at this sky. There you go. Boy, ain't that pretty. Well, it feels like there's a motorcycle going on up the highway there. Well, there you go, folks. And we hope you have a wonderful time. And we're just going to end this video right here. And we'll see you on the next one.